Where are you at right now
Right now,
with your story?
I
Where are
feel
you
like
at?
my faith has come to a crossroads.
Okay.
I found a place where I am now where I've got a lot of big things changing in my life, like my school, my work. It feels like everything around me is kind of shifted. And so it's very hard to keep light of that faith when everything's changing under you, when you can barely stand. How do you stand strong? But I think that is the point where faith comes to you most. I think when you're struggling to find your feet, it's Him who gives you that hand, who helps you stand up, standing up together with God as one. And so I found lately, the biggest thing for me is just prayer. It's just prayer. Every time I need something, every time I want something, every time, I'm just having a bad day, I pray to Him and He answers me. I feel that, when you accept God, when you love God, when you treat Him as your Lord and Savior, He hears that. He's grateful for that. We give Him barely anything. The only thing we can give Him is our love. He's given His Son. He's given us the world. He's given us heaven. And all we can give Him is just saying, I believe in you. I put my faith in you. And He's so graceful that He goes, that's enough. That's all I want from you. All I want is for you to love me as I love you. And I will give you everything. And I really feel like, that's what I've gotten. I'm in a healthy relationship. I have a job that, it's not the best thing. It's just something that I'm doing in the meantime. But I've met so many amazing people there. I've helped save for my future since I started there, and it's just showing me how my life is going forward. And while I'm doing that, I'm also studying. And I'll be honest, end of last year, I was losing it. I thought I was just gonna absolutely bomb school. I was an online student without internet. How do you be an online student when you're not even online?
Oh, yeah, facts.
And I got to the end of the year, and like I said, literally all that got me through was praying. I was just sitting there and I was going, I have not studied anywhere near what I should have been. I have no clue what I'm doing. I know that I've been a bad student. I know that I haven't learned as much as I was meant to. But please, God, just help me get through this. Help me get through this tough time where I've moved houses, where I've lost my access to the outside world. I've lived in suburbia before, but the place where I am now, I would say, is it's pretty hard for me to get out. And with no online connection, I had no way to reach people outside either. So it was very solitary, and it was very hard to keep moving forward out of my own motivation. But God lifted me forward. God kept me going forward.
Did the solitaire kind of get you closer to God even more?
I think 100%, having that time to reflect, having that time to yourself. When you distance yourself from the world, when you distance yourself from all the mindless chatter and just the distractions, God will come to you. If you just leave yourself alone, and if you call to Him, and if your soul is calling to Him, then He'll reach back. He'll pick up that phone.
He will pick up the phone, by the way, if you do call for Him.
100%.
That's right. He always does. How good is prayer though? Personally, I feel like I've got a 70% success rate for prayer. And especially when it comes to praying to other people. And my favorite thing is when I pray for someone and I end up seeing them and they tell me about their life and what's been going on, and I just light up. I just have the biggest smile on my face because I'm just there the Lord has answered my prayers. And I don't even tell them. I just smile and I look and I go, thank you, Lord. And as the other person speaks and tells me, it's just, it's beautiful. It's nothing feels better than praying for someone and, them saying what's been going on, and me looking at that and just thanking the Lord.
As it says, do unto others what you wish to be done unto you.
Of course, yes.
And when you pray upon other people, it's God takes that prayer, He takes that love, and He goes, yeah, I'm going to give it to that person that you asked for, but I'm also going to show it to you just because you were generous enough to pray for them.
Yes, of course.
He benefits both of you.
Oh,
and
definitely.
He shows you that He's listening. And I think the hardest thing is just to be receptive of that love. It's hard to put your pride aside, to stop trying to do everything yourself, and to just go, you know what, God, I need you here. I want you here. Jesus, take the wheel, as they say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's hard. It's hard to let go of that wheel. It's hard to go, you know what, I'm stepping back. I'm sitting back. I'm just going to let life come at me. And it's hard to just go with the flow like that for a lot of people. Like, we're very egocentric people. We're
Definitely.
led by pride, and we
Yeah.
want the glory of our accomplishments.
Certainly.
But if I can highlight one of my favorite Bible verses, it's actually, you know, something I think of often. Romans 5:3. We glory or persevere, depending on like the reading. Glory/persevere in our sufferings. It's not our accomplishments that, like, you know, we need to glory in. It's our sufferings. It's when we're at our lowest points and we bring ourselves back from that. We bring ourselves back from that brink with the help of God, with
Can
the
I
light of
say,
God guiding
how good
us.
is Romans? Straight up.
Best book.
Right? Yes! Guys, alright, straight up, buy a Bible, and regardless of whether you believe in the Lord or not, it is genuinely the best just book you'll ever read. Like, it has got the best wisdom, the most hectic stories ever. Like, so much stuff goes down, bro. In the Old Testament, dude, that shit's crazy, bro. Like, dude, it's a movie for real, bro. Like, it is off charts, dude. Like, it's just such a good read. It's such a clean read, guys. And then when you get to Jesus, or when you get to the New Testament, dude, it picks up. It picks up, guys. It picks up, and it's like, hey, it's absolute bomb. I can't spoil though. I can't spoil what happens. I think everyone already knows. But I can't spoil.
I think we're allowed spoiler alerts on that one.
FYI, yeah, the cross happens. Nah, I'm joking. Okay. Sorry, Lord, if I was inappropriate. I don't mean to mock. I'm sorry. Where were we? Yeah, thank you everyone who's tuned in and listened to us. I'm very grateful to be able to share this perspective, and I'm grateful for those who are willing to be open-minded and to listen. I think not a lot of people want to, and the fact that those of you who do have chosen to listen, I couldn't be more grateful for those who have given up their time to watch this and to learn and to be with us on this journey, this podcast. You know, it's not just about me, but you guys are coming along for the ride with us. You know,
Yeah.
this is all of us. We live on this in this world together.
It's like, you've chosen to do this. You've chosen this platform to move forward. Not even your message, really, but God's messages.
Oh, God's messages for sure.
Yes,
Dude.
100%. But the people who choose to watch this, who choose to listen to this, they're the ones who are coming to connect with those words. They are the ones. They're the target audience. They're the ones being reached.
100%.
And so I think it's easy for us to get up here to talk about God, to talk about our faith. But really, it's not our story. It's not about us. It's about Him. It's about how He's changed our lives, how He has stepped in and helped guide us. And I think, like, if there's one message to be taken from this, if there's like one thing, it's not your story or my story. It's taking the fact that God is there. He is listening. He is watching. He is loving. And He will always be there.
You couldn't have said it better. Honestly, you could not have.
Thank you.
Dude, you've like the brother has said. That's it.
That's it. God is loving. God is there. He'll always be with us. He's with us today. And He's with everyone else out there watching from home.
Where are you going? Where are you headed?
Well, as I've said, at the moment, like, I'm studying and I'm working. And I'm saving up to, like, afford a life for myself working as a teacher. And I think God is the ultimate teacher. You know, Jesus is the ultimate teacher. They gave us everything. And they put it all in one book. It's as simple as that. They put it all in one book for you to read. And you've got all the lessons you need.
Dude, yes. Yes.
And so that's who Jesus was, you know. Like, when we look back at Jesus, we think of Him as many things, you know. He was the Father. He was the Son. He was the leader. He was the truth, the way, the light. He was everything. But Jesus, originally, He was the teacher.
The teacher.
He was the leader who took them around, who taught them God's way. And he died for his beliefs. He died for his message. He knew what was going to happen. He knew what was coming to him. Like, he saw it coming. God had warned him. But God sacrificed him, and he sacrificed himself because he knew that the most important thing in the world was his message and spreading that amongst all his people, spreading that love to all of us. And he gave himself up so we could all feel that love, so we could all learn from that message, from that moment in time. And so I think for my future, like, I want to be like that. I want to be a leader among men, a teacher. My middle name is Alexander, like defender of men, Alexander the Great. And I want to defend my faith and the faith of others. I want to stand strong under the name of God and just spread that love, spread that message.
Just as we are doing now,
Just
I
as we're
suppose,
doing
you
now.
know, spreading that message and standing up. When you think of the world and you think of the dream, the future, where do we want to be? And, you know, some people want to be multi-million-dollar actors, superstars, celebrities. Some people just want to live on a farm and chill out, be themselves. But I think I would call you a soldier of God, a soldier doing the Lord's work, teaching that message. That is remarkable, and I couldn't have any more respect for that, because
Thank you.
that's awesome, dude.
Thank you. Like I said, it is a form of love, and love grows when you water it, when you let that love blossom, you know, when you put your love into that relationship, it will only come back at you. And, you know, God's no different from human relationships, from human love. You need to put that energy in, and you will get that energy back. Like, you need to have faith in him, have faith in his message, and he'll show himself to you. He'll share his love, his light with you. And the only thing you have to do is be there. Accept it. Accept him. And so I think, like, a big thing for me is just spreading the word. Like, it's just getting it out there. Because I think the biggest difficulty in faith is just ignorance. It's just not being aware of what's out there, of that love that is out there waiting for you. But once you discover it, that's when you learn. That's when you can really fully see he is the light.
Yeah, I'd actually love to say something very good on that, and it's before I fully came back to faith. I used to have this sort of disgust for people who, like, pressured it onto me, because I was definitely very like, dude, like, don't push this on me.
Yeah.
I don't care, like, when it was forced onto you. And I always thought that people who spread the message, it's like, leave me alone, you know. But now I've actually experienced God's love. And I can't believe the things and the way that I've treated people who have tried to, you know, bring me into the kingdom of the Lord. And I get it. I've been there. I've been in that point where you just go, dude, go away. Like, I'm not interested. And it is scary. And even I, recording this, have doubts and fear of, you know, is this right? Do people want to hear this? Like, do they not? But like we've established, dude, courage, you know, love for the Lord. Once you feel that love, you understand that there is nothing greater. And something I learned is that the only thing you can bring to heaven is other people. And so that's why I've devoted myself to this podcast and to helping others and to spreading a message and, you know, voicing myself, because there is nothing that I can do in this world that is going to be worth more than the people I meet. And I think it is so wonderful that we get to live here and experience each other. It is, it's beautiful. But yeah, beautiful words from a beautiful man.
Thank you.
That's us wrapping up this episode of Standing Up. Zac Morgan, thank you for being here, and
Thank you, Zac.
your words you are such an articulate and just an incredible man. The way you speak, the way you've brought this message to us, it is remarkable, and I would be very, 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 very excited to get you on again soon.
I would love that, you know. As I've said before, I see God in you, and I see him speak to me through you, and I just feel that bond that love radiate from him through you.
And
I'm glad we had the chance to talk today.
Dude, and I hope that you guys can feel that love from us. When you watch
100%.
this, I hope you guys can feel that same love kind of radiate to you guys, just as we have now. But thank you everybody for watching and tuning into this episode of Standing Up.
Yeah.